Hi, Tom Cole for Buckeye Cable and BCSN, and kind of a nice deal if you're a football fan. I'm here with a Michigan All-American, Marcus Ray, former Oakland Raider, broadcasting on the Big Ten Network. Is that right, Marcus? Well, first let me ask you, you're in the broadcasting business now. You got the face, you got the knowledge, you got everything. What is it like for you? How have you enjoyed your broadcasting career?
I've enjoyed it because it's like a combination of being a coach, a player, and now I get a chance to use that experience to tell fans exactly how and why things are happening from my perspective. So I'm still a part of the game, and you always go undefeated in the booth.
Marcus, you're a smart man, because I tell people, when you can't play anymore, then playing is number one. When you can't play anymore, okay, well, I'll coach some. You can't coach anymore. Well, the broadcast booth isn't bad because you don't really mind who wins or loses. You don't go home upset. It's a pretty good gig. Hey, Michigan, a lot of changes, obviously. Coach Harbaugh there, different attitude, different approach. I love Brady Hoke. They didn't work out for a myriad of reasons. I think he needed more time, and I think he had a lot of finesse players, not physical guys like you. That you got to be physical playing in the Big Ten. What do you see Michigan this year?
I see Michigan possibly winning 8 to 9 games. It all depends on if they can win on the road and if they can win the close games. I expect Michigan to play better and win games that they should win, like Rutgers and Maryland, and then be more competitive against Ohio State and Michigan State.
Coach Harbaugh, he's not going to take any – there are no excuses with him. I've kind of followed his work and his career, and, there's just no excuse. You get in and you get it done, or you're not going to be playing.
That's the Harbaugh way, and he has definitely established that in Ann Arbor, and it's not for everyone. So a lot of these kids are struggling with his new style. It's the old Bo Schembechler way. Yeah. It's going to be hard or go home, and this is what it's going to take for Michigan to win.
Marcus, you've had such a wonderful, amazing career, at Michigan, national championship, All-American, Oakland Raiders. But you're a guy, you're here for this TPS kickoff, and we appreciate so much you being here. But you're a guy that also gets that football is a much bigger perspective. It changes you as a person, and it makes you a better person. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, number one, I believe the game of football teaches you a lot of life lessons if you allow it to. And I believe you can transform some of your challenges into opportunities, transform that pain into prosperity if you're willing to understand that sometimes when it's falling apart, it just might be falling into place. So what I'm here today for is to give back to TPS, and I'm very honored and privileged to be a part of it. And thanks to Carrie and Godfrey and RFS, I'm just honored. I love speaking to kids and giving back. So this is something that I do often aside from being on television.
Marcus, what you said was such a salient point there, because we, BCSN, we're involved in the schools constantly. We talk to high school kids, grade school kids. What you said there was so important, because kids want to be good at something. There's so much pressure to be good at something right away. First of all, it doesn't come easy. You know that. You're an All-American. Did it come easy for you? You worked hard. Yeah.
Not at all.
And the very thing that a youngster might be quitting because they don't have that initial success is what, if they stick with it, they'll be great at. And that's an important lesson for young people to learn.
Yeah, and going along with that, I think the best way to predict your future is to create it. And a lot of these kids need to hear that message and hear it from people who have got to the highest heights or have been where they want to go, but then have lost it, fell down a little bit. But see, the harder you fall, the higher you bounce. And so that's what I think Maurice Clarett and a lot of other guys have gone through. And I think these kids need to hear that life is bigger than football, because the older you is counting on the younger you. There's a 30-year-old young man sitting there right now. He's waiting at the finish line for that baton saying, come on, son, right. I need you to get here in good shape. And then that 30-year-old you has to run his leg of that race too. So it's just a relay race of life, and that's kind of some of the things I'm going to talk about today.
Marcus, you're an inspirational young man. We'd like to be able to get you off the Big Ten Network. You can own our network right now, but most importantly, thank you for the message you're delivering to young kids. It's so important. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Tom Cole, coach for BCSN.